As a society, can we stop pretending that Code Lyoko doesn't exist? Like, I'm being so dead ass. Like, every time I hop on the internet or on a forum just to like read something and I look up Code Lyoko, it's dead. There's nothing there. Like, the last post would be from like 2021 during COVID times. Was I the only one that turned on Kabillion and looked for Code Lyoko? Was I the only one that went on demand searching for Code Lyoko to watch? Was I the only one watching over Cartoon Network schedule to see when they were going to drop more Code Lyoko episodes? It couldn't have just been me. I don't believe that it was just me. This show is so good. Like, I'm surprised it doesn't have as much pull on the internet as certain IPs do. Because if I'm being honest, the show does a lot of things better than most of the shows that get the hype nowadays. So for today's video, I'm going to be ranting about why we gotta stop acting as if Code Lyoko doesn't exist. Number one, the premise of the show. The premise of this show is that there's a real world and then there's a virtual world called Lyoko. On Lyoko, there's a villain who lives there called Xana. And Xana has domain over 5 sectors. On each sector, there's towers that when activated have access to the real world. And that's when all the terror and all the destruction comes from. Xana has the ability to give people superhuman abilities, possess them, steer their minds. And it's up to these group of kids to go on Lyoko, virtualize themselves onto Lyoko and fight him off. How is that not cool? Like, I just don't understand. Like, just the plot of the series is insane. And then it even goes deeper into the Aelita stuff, and then the Franz Hopper and her mother, and the relationship between Franz Hopper, Xana, literally even the journey of getting Aelita back to Earth, and them even not knowing if she was even human in the first place. Bro, I'm really getting myself worked up. Like, it's just the plot of this series. It's just so good. It's just so interesting. It always caught me when I was a kid because I was just like, why the fuck is there like the 2D stuff and the 3D stuff? Like, I didn't really know the difference every time like I skimmed by it. But then when I actually gave Code Lyoko a chance, I was just like, oh, that makes sense. Secondly, the idea of Lyoko, a virtual world that has domain over the real world through towers. Just the idea of that, like, who thought of that? Is that not crazy? And the shit that Xana was doing to the Lyoko warriors were insane. He was possessing their teachers. They had to box the teachers, possess a big ass teddy bear. I think it was literally one episode where like Xana sent like a whole like missile or some shit to the school. Like, you have these kids trying to battle against this virtual entity that will literally end their lives and everyone around them if they don't stop them. I just think the idea of how a virus can just take over the world is very interesting, because like that even goes into stuff like Age of Ultron and like in the Avengers movies. And then the idea that an android is kind of like the superficial being and that humans aren't really like deserving of life because we're humans and we have flaws, and androids technically aren't flaws because they're programmed. You know what I'm saying? The idea of that has always just caught me, and I thought that was very interesting. There is definitely the story of Aelita and Franz Hopper. The stories where they lore dropped about Aelita and her pops and her mom, those were some of the best episodes in Code Lyoko. With the orphanage, the episodes with Franz Hopper's diaries, it was very entertaining to me because if I remember correctly, Franz Hopper was hunted by the government because of his intellect. Obviously, you don't want your daughter in the midst of anything because she didn't do anything. So what you gonna do? You gonna do what you gotta do to protect your child. And he takes her onto Lyoko, and then the supercomputer shuts off with both of them trapped. But he doesn't even get a physical form on Lyoko. Like, oh my gosh, and she's just trapped there for years on end until Jeremy comes and turns it back on. And then once Aelita gets back to Earth she regains her humanity through the Lyoko warriors, she still has to deal with having an absent family, having an absent father, because her father isn't even a real like person anymore. He's like dots on Lyoko, and he still helps her out because that is his child. Franz Hopper even sacrifices for Odd, for Yumi, for Jeremy, for everybody in the group on numerous occasions. It's amazing. Like, the story of Franz Hopper and Aelita is just, I don't know, bruh. It's something that always stuck with me when I was a kid. Next, it's just an overall well-rounded group of 5. Jeremy, Aelita, Yumi, Odd, Ulrich. I'm not going to include William. We're going to talk about William later. But the core 5 is so well balanced. You have Jeremy, the Einstein of the group. You have Aelita, deprived of her childhood, now brought back to life, trying to experience life with her friends, which is her newfound family. You have Odd, who lives up to the name. He's the spunky one, the funny one, the prankster, the ladies guy, or fake ladies guy, because the real ladies guy is Ulrich, but he don't even want the girls. He only wants Yumi, and I'm pretty sure Yumi is the oldest of the group, so she has like this motherly authority kind of over them, but at times she acts the most childish with her emotions. Like, they all have their strengths and their weaknesses, but what I like about this show is that it covers and talks about more of their flaws than their strengths. Like, you can only talk about somebody's strengths so much, but when you make their flaws apparent throughout the episodes and have people work through them, it just does wonders for your story. And on top of that, the Code Lyoko story isn't episodic. It's not just like they go on a little adventure and then it ends. Well, it is like that, but there's an overarching story. It's not like their problems just go away in one episode with the Return to the Past. Like, you see them live with their consequences and the emotional toll it takes going to Lyoko every single day, damn near, and having to deal with Xana, dealing with your family life, dealing with your personal life, and just seeing how they work around it with their emotions, especially for the age there are. It's a really well-rounded group, and having to balance 5 characters each episode with great writing for all of them is very hard to do. Along with them being a well-balanced group of 5, there's the love triangle between Yumi, Ulrich, and William. Because on paper, William is the perfect guy for Yumi. He's bold, he's charismatic, he cares for the people he loves, he's willing to adjust his lifestyle for the person that he's into and loves, he can fight, he's intelligent. On paper, the stats is there, like, oh shit, Yumi likes that, Yumi likes that, Yumi likes that. That's why she's so keen on William being just a friend to her though, because she has eyes on Ulrich. And when you have eyes on one person and you kind of feel the potential and you feel the tension that like this could be my potential person, but like nothing really like lines up, and all the moments they shared, like Ulrich is her person, but William is too, but she literally can't because she's so attached to Ulrich. And also makes the love triangle work so well because you have Ulrich, he always butts his feelings and emotions away when it comes to Yumi, but they're so apparent in his sub actions. He'll overly make sure Yumi's okay, he'll overly make sure Yumi's safe. If I remember correctly, there's like this whole episode where Yumi was going to move because of like money problems, something like that, someone correct me in the comments, and Ulrich used the Return to the Past to win the lottery for Yumi's family so that she could stay with them at the boarding school. And he told her what he did. And on paper, that's like good lingo. Like, who wouldn't do that? But she disliked his decision for that. Like, his sub actions, he think aid her, it doesn't. But like, just the way he thinks about her is so admirable. I think it's a very well-developed love triangle, I can't lie, especially for children's entertainment. It made you realize as a kid, it's just like, dang, like, that's how the game is? Okay, that's tough. Speaking of William, there's the William possession arc. William gets possessed by Xana, and he works as his slave to dish out pain, cruelty, and just Xana's agenda to Lyoko and the real world. Because when you're possessed, all you can think about and do is the actions of the person who has possessed said body. But with William, he has these cracks. He has these spills where it's like he doesn't know who he is, and it leads to him acting in a rageful state, not because of the Xana possession, not because of his humanity, it's because he doesn't know who he wants to be. And then when you see like Yumi appeal to his emotions and like he'll just like kind of question himself, then he'll like get back on Xana mode, it shows that he could still be saved and that he is stronger than what Xana wants him to be, and it makes for a great villain. Next is the music of the series. That theme song, every time I went on demand, I went on Kabillion and I clicked on any episode of Code Lyoko and I heard that, like, what? Oh my gosh. Here we are, going far to save all that with love. If we give all we got, we will make it through. It was knocking. And me personally, I think if your theme song ain't hot, your series gotta be on Hall of Fame for me to even watch it, because a great theme song can make or break a show. Because if the show ain't lacking, people could at least say, at least the theme song clean type shit. But if your show sucks and you don't even got a good theme song, you're just ass in general. But Code Lyoko had both, but the theme song just add to it. Like, it just make you bump in your seat, you feel me? But then like the pianos in this show, they tell its own story. And then even with like the violins and bro. The people in charge of music in Code Lyoko, they did their big one, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But bro, literally just do your homework on Code Lyoko. You'll see what I'm talking about. You just like, damn. The music is just on cue at the right moments. Like, it doesn't tell you what to feel. Cause I feel like a lot of projects nowadays, they want to force the music on you in a way to a point where they want to make you feel a certain way with the music instead of the actual context of what's happening in your face on the screen. But Code Lyoko doesn't do that. Like, it's so equal with the writing, the action, and in the music. You feel me? This is a show about niggas boxing on a virtual planet. You think the action scene's not gonna be wavy? I will admit, before the animation changed, the fights weren't too good. But after, and like they got the redesigns on the costumes, oh my goodness. Every fight with Ulrich and William, banger. Odd, the only person to really get they ups on William, banger. You have the Colossus, he looked crazy. Even when Aelita got possessed at one point, like they was really mixing. The set pieces with the digital C, like all the actions are insane. And you probably notice, well, why didn't you mention Yumi when it comes to action? Because she gets the virtualized before she can even start fucking boxing. But she does come in clutch with her fan at some times, but she can't box. Like, I really think I used to watch this compilation on YouTube. I don't even know if it's still up, but it was literally a compilation of Yumi being devirtualized on Lyoko, and it was quite a long video. I can't lie, it was probably like 3 minutes of pure just like devirtualization. I was like, yeah, y'all don't fuck with Yumi. I used to go back and watch, like, go to specific episodes just to watch the fight sequences. And on top of that, it's how unique their powers are and how they use them. Ulrich, super speed, samurai swords. Like, he can, like, clone himself when he does the little, like, bro, like, what? Then there's Odd, who only has laser arrows. And he complained about this too. And they tried to give him, like, the cloning thing. Then there was, like, the whole cloning episode. Shit didn't work out. But Odd is the most versatile Lyoko warrior. Not only because, like, his actions, it's how unpredictable he is. He's like Naruto. You don't know what his next move's finna be. And he only has laser arrows, so that you can only do so much. He literally is the top 1 Lyoko warrior, if I'm being true. Yumi has, like, the fan. She has the telepathy, I think. And it's Aelita who can sing and conjure stuff along with the energy fields. Like, it's just such a unique set of powers. Even William with the super smoke and the sword, like, they was cooking with these ideas. It's just so unique, and they match the characters so well. And next is the world building of Code Lyoko. And obviously there's not much world building in the show because it's centered in a boarding school, but the boarding school itself makes you feel like you're a part of the school. Like, the side characters, they have lines. The side characters even have plots, like Sissy, Millie and her whole camp of kids, Jim and the teachers. Like, most TV shows, they kind of like blur out the teachers, or they kind of put like the little audio, every character in the back drawn out. Every character in the cafeteria, in the classroom, they're all drawn out. Some have lines. You can hear the banter. Like, just the world of the boarding school was, it immersed yourself in there. Like, you felt like you were a part of it. And even how the dialogue and even the voice acting, it felt like real conversations we were having at those ages of, like, what, 12 to 15. Like, it felt so authentic. Like, you were like watching a mirror of the public school that you attended if you attended public school. That's why I think I like relate to the show so much, because it's just like, I remember when shit like this happened. Oh wow, I used to say stuff like that too. I remember how I felt in this situation, if I was in this situation, or what I would do. It was just so immersive with its target audience. I think that's what made the show so good to people who actually took the time to watch it. And lastly, it just felt like a chaotic family, dog. Like, I think the little Lyoko warriors, and even just the story of the Lyoko warriors, bro, because they didn't even have a name. Like, the community made them the Lyoko warriors, and then the creators took it and they're just like, we finna call them the Lyoko warriors officially now. Like, bro, it literally just feels like a family, a chaotic family who has to just save the world over and over and over and over again. And it's just so good because there's love, there's hate, there's envy, there's jealousy, there's self-doubt, there's low self-esteem issues, there's pride, there's ego. They go through every single thing. There's like denial, there's depression, there's like avoiding contact with certain people because you don't know where your mind is at. There's just so many things and emotions that these characters go through all at the ages from like 12, 15, 16 that even adults I find it hard to like take in and like express themselves. It's just so beautiful how they depicted this in Code Lyoko when they really have to go fight a virus on a virtual world. But yeah, no, that's my little spill on Code Lyoko today. We gotta stop acting as if the show doesn't exist, because it is truly a remarkable piece of fiction. I can't even lie. If you want to watch Code Lyoko, I'm gonna link it in the description. Literally the whole entire YouTube channel is free to watch, but just avoid Code Lyoko Evolution. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, Code Lyoko Evolution, the live action, Lyoko looks good. The actors look good. It's just not a good story. Like, that's really not. I barely promote myself in these videos, bro. I don't know what I'm doing. My name is Roni. I go by Ron Less Fiction, whichever you want to call me. Every Wednesday I drop videos about geek topics. So if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, put the notifications on, because every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, I'm gonna pop up on your feed with some new geeky stuff to talk about. All right, be smooth. Let you guys protect your mental health, and go watch Code Lyoko.